Ready now. Racing, Dino Mac dwelt at the start. Lucky Grey also just on the back foot when the starter released the field, settles down second last. And Mega Tick and Mega Steel were the first to leave the gates over Tarzi. Key to Money settles down running fourth from Tranquility, Grey Monarch. Then Lucky Grey, who's going to be back last, settling down, joined on the fence by Dino Mac. Mega Steel pushed on at the 1,000 metres mark, and he takes over from Mega Tick, which has found the steel. He's up there just racing a little keenly. 3/4 of a length, Key to Money back on the inside, settling down, running third. One to Tarzi, who's following Mega Tick at the 800. Then came Grey Monarch on the fence to Dino Mac. Tranquility in the middle, and the odds-on pop is back last of all. Lucky Grey, 650 from home, and they run off the riverside of the course. It's Mega Steel leading by a length to Mega Tick. On the rails, Key to Money. There's no change at all to the order. Tarzi ridden along, and then two to Grey Monarch. Tranquility is in the centre from Dino Mac, and now Lucky Grey hoisted to the outside by O'Donnell, commencing his run. He's 6 lengths from the leader, Mega Steel, as they'd straightened up. Mega Steel put 2 on Mega Tick. Down the outside, Tarzi. Here comes Lucky Grey, though. The favourite's beginning to wind up from the rear of the field. Lucky Grey descended upon Mega Steel, dashes past him. Grey Monarch, Tarzi battling away with Tranquility, but he has taken the rise into Group Company and taken it with both hands. He won brilliantly. Lucky Grey scored running away by 2.5 lengths from either Tranquility, Grey Monarch or Mega Steel. In behind them, Tarzi, followed home then on the inside by Dino Mac, Key to Money, and Mega Tick has pulled up very quickly. He is last of all, and one of the most uncharacteristic runs of his career. Lucky Grey, well, he has put a stamp on the Asian Bow Stakes today. He's confirmed his ascent to better company. He was back last. It was a very cool ride by Sean O'Donnell. He completes a winning hat-trick this preparation. He was quite happy to just have him loping along back at the tail end of the field. He took her off around them wide coming to the corner and had the leaders absolutely within his grasp. 200 from home. Lucky Grey has absolutely walked in, a brilliant winner of the Asian Bow at the short price. Beats Mega Steel, Tranquility, Grey Monarch. Lights are on. And the field is set, ready to be dispatched in the De Sonia Roma Cup. Stand by. Racing now, Lucky Grey missed the kick. He's the last out of the gates into conspicuous last as well, and Grand Havana flew the stalls to lead them, but Late Night Flight, the rank outsider, takes him on at the end of 200, and Late Night Flight has quickly whipped to the lead from Grand Havana. Then Zesta going up, trapped a little deep on the outside from our old fella Dream Away, then Had to Be Clorker, and last of all is the short-priced favourite Lucky Grey as they head out to the side of the course. 700 from home, and the bolter Late Night Flight's the leader in the Roma Cup from Grand Havana, taken off the fence. Zesta covering additional ground. Then the mare Dream Away. She's back on the inside in fourth posse, and there's the old boy Had to Be Clorker zipping around the outside before the home turn in front of our old fella. Onto his back is the favourite in Lucky Grey as they turn the corner. No more than about 2.5 to 3 lengths cover the field, and it was Late Night Flight in front of Grand Havana. No run, Dream Away, Had to Be Clorker. O'Donnell hasn't moved a muscle though on the fave. Here he goes now. He gives him a little rub on the ribs, and Lucky Grey went straight past them. 100 to go. Lucky Grey shot 3 in front. Grand Havana Had to Be Clorker. Then came our old fella, but this is a canter. What a stunning return by Lucky Grey to win the Roma Cup by 3 on our old fella. Grand Havana Dream Away battled out the minor with Had to Be Clorker. Leave that one to the judge. In behind them was Late Night Flight, and Zesta trailed them home last of the 7. Well, what an exciting return that was. Not only has he won, he's won by 3. O'Donnell looking down to the near side, just wondering where the heck the opposition were. I'll tell you where they were. They were absolutely foundering in the wake of Lucky Grey. $1.70, $1.04, and if that's what they wanted first up, they got it. An armchair ride for O'Donnell and a soft win for Lucky Grey. Number two, Lucky Grey. The Bradbury's Luck Gelding, and that's his 8th win now from 11 starts, and his 3rd group success, and he has absolutely obliterated them. From last, gathered them up, shot away, He's won by a conservative 3 from Our Old Fella. Grand Nirvana, I think, on the inside's kicked to grab the minor prize. Ahead of Had to Be Clorker and Dream Away on the fence. 2, 4, 1 and 3 are the numbers. But never any in doubt about this favourite, that's for sure. He was the last to go. He was quickly out the back and trailed the field until the turn. And when he let go, didn't he come with a rush? 1:11.13. The time's not overly inspiring really on the face of it, but he's closing sectional. Well, that'll just about tell the story. By Bradbury's Luck from Damar Lady by Mooka Damar. Raced by Ross Drage, Team Ava, Barry Mitchell, trained by Gino Paletti and ridden by Sean O'Donnell. Second placing to 4 Our Old Fella by Halo Homewrecker from Home, Alabama. For Graham Manley, John Sanford, P. West, Michael Ruck, Di Marciano, Noel Carter, P. Smith, Joy Smith, Brett Wolfe and Demziotti, trained by Steve Wolfe and ridden by Sean McGruddy. And 1 Grand Nirvana third in by Scenic from Paradise Park. The Neville Duncan, Judith Kersley, Brad and Norma Thomason, trained by Fred Kersley and ridden by Stephen Parnham. 3.5 lengths the winning margin with a handbrake on and a next second and third. 3.5. And did it oh so easily here at his return in the Group 3 De Sonia Roma Cup. $1.70 and $1.04. Grand Nirvana. All about the sevens. In goes Cavallo Pazzo and moving forward Lucky Grey. They're just about ready to go. The Group 3 Belmont Sprint. The red lights have been activated. So Lucky Grey drawn the outside. All set. Racing. Lucky Grey drops out soon after the start for O'Donnell. Battle Emblem's last getting going and Late Night Flight was the first to jump. Ken's Double got out nicely. Grand Nirvana quickly striding up there in company with Avanti and Cavallo Pazzo trying to muscle his way in but trapped deep. Our Old Fella settles down in a handy enough spot on the fence settling down. Had to Be Clorker is over on the outside from Dream Away going out to the 1,000. Then Colour Correct who drops the bit immediately. Then came Guest Wing and Reimbursement. Battle Emblem throwing his head about down on the inside of the favourite Lucky Grey who settled about 8 lengths from the leader. 750 to go. It's Late Night Flight in the sprint, 3/4 in front coming along the side of the course over Grand Nirvana. Then came Ken's Double who posies up nicely on the inside at the 600 being closely followed by Cavallo Pazzo. Lucky Grey would have to be about 8 or 9 lengths from the leaders when they approach the corner. They've only got 450 to go and they're being followed over on the outside by Avanti. Our Old Fella trying to thread his way through. Further back behind those to Dream Away also angling for runs, and here's Lucky Grey from the tail under the 61 kilos. He's starting to wind up, but Cavallo Pazzo goes up, hits the lead. Had to Be Clorker's getting through, and now Lucky Grey hits Overdrive. Here's Lucky Grey under the big weight reaching the lead. O'Donnell shakes him up, he pulls away. That is just absolute class. He uses quality. Lucky Grey under the big weight, wide draw, gave them a start. Too good for them in the sprint. 1 from Cavallo Pazzo or possibly Reimbursement diving late. Colour Correct, a great first up run. Right behind those, Dream Away. Had to Be Clorker dying on his effort from Our Old Fella. Followed by Battle Emblem, then Avanti. Grand Nirvana stopping quickly. Guest Wing, Ken's Double next home. Last is Late Night Flight. Yeah, he's just outstanding, this horse, Lucky Grey. Well, he was special enough in the Roma Cup, but this has been another dimension because he went up to 61 kilograms today. He drew the outside, 8 lengths off them, 600 from home, and only just stoked up by O'Donnell in the latter stages. Bring on the Hyperion and then bring on the early part of the spring in Melbourne, you'd have to think, because that is just the performance of a horse that's headed to a much, much higher level than this Group 3 Belmont Sprint. He's already to make its way in, and the field will be set to go in this Group 3 Hyperion Stakes. They're ready. The red lights are on. Stand by. No, Battle Emblem just beginning to rock about there in the stalls, but they spring open. Racing Grand Nirvana anticipated the start brilliantly off the inside and was the first to go. He won't be there for long as Late Night Flighter goes up now and attacks for the lead. And so it's Late Night Flight waltzing straight to the lead at the end of 200, heading Grand Nirvana. Battle Emblem settling down third. Rosie Rockets on the fence, and O'Donnell was able to drop the long odds on pop behind them. Lucky Grey, 5th in the clear, just cruising along. Behind him, 2 lengths away, away as Reimbursement. Guess Wing, Colour Correct settled together. Our Old Fella second last, and over on the outside of Monaghetti as they work down the back. 1,100 metres to go. It's Late Night Flight in front. Grand Nirvana grabbing the bridle, just easing away from the fence there as he started to climb up onto the back of the leader. Battle Emblem dropped off a length and a half away when they work out of the back straight into the far turn. Rosie Rocket handily placed. O'Donnell smoking the pipe back with the grey as they work to the 750. Lucky Grey in fifth place and no more than 4 or 5 lengths from the leader. A length and a half to Reimbursement, who's up tracking Lucky Grey, then Guest Wing, followed further back by Colour Correct, who need to get a wriggle on as they quicken from the bend. Then Monaghetti and Our Old Fella, they're homeward bound in the Hyperion at the 450, and Late Night Flight tackled and quickly headed by Grand Nirvana. It's Grand Nirvana sprinting to the lead. Rosie Rocket into the clear, and now O'Donnell calls upon the fave. Lucky Grey beginning to wind up as Grand Nirvana heads to the 200 clear. Grand Nirvana, Lucky Grey with a fight on his hands, starts to dig in. Grand Nirvana, Lucky Grey, Rosie Rocket. Grand Nirvana's in front. Lucky Grey about to level up with him. O'Donnell pulls the whip. The Grey's too good. Lucky Grey, he's done it again. Lucky Grey home in the Hyperion, wins from Rosie Rocket or Grand Nirvana. They gap the others a long way back. Reimbursement, Battle Emblem, Colour Correct, and Late Night Flight from Monaghetti. Our Old Fella second last, and trailing them home last of all, the stayer Guest Wing. Lucky Grey took the length of the home straight to run a very good galloper down in Grand Nirvana with Rosie Rocket between them. He had to muscle him up a little today, though. It wasn't with the same ease that he'd been able to destroy his rivals at his last 2 starts. Today, there was a bit more work involved. He had him back camped in the clear fifth, always in a beautiful position, but they did quicken up. And he then had to really pin the ears back and sprint hard from about the 350 to 400 metre mark. Grand Nirvana, Rosie Rocket reaching the line together in an awfully close tussle for second placing. But he'll go for a respite now, Lucky Grey. On the Warroa Lustia Stakes field is set, ready to break. Racing, great start it was too. Perfect line away. Lucky Grey's back second last, getting going though. And West River Kevy not amongst the first to jump away. Mabel Grace got out pretty quickly. Our Old Fella going up just in front of Ballora. Zesta pushing up near the fence. Back there in the clear, God Has Spoken. 2 lengths behind them, King Saul, Lord's Ransom, followed by Lucky Grey. And over on the inside, the 3-year-old Luke's Luck is back last when they go to the 900. West River Kevy Don burnt them off. He's gone to a clear lead. Out by a length and a half in the Lustia from Mabel Grace. Zesta running third down on the inside, heading by the 800. A half length away then to Our Old Fella. A little over a length back on the inside, God Has Spoken, covered by Ballora. And they're being followed further back by King Saul. Down on the inside of Lord's Ransom. Then the favourite Lucky Grey. And back over on the inside, Luke's Luck, the 3-year-old towards the rear. They've got 500 metres to go. West River Kevy Don brings them to the turn. He leads a length or so. Mabel Grace second, ridden along. Zesta's under hard riding on the rail. Our Old Fella straightened up fourth from God Has Spoken, Ballora. There's Lucky Grey to the outside, starting to run on strongly. West River Kevy Don went to the 200 a length. Mabel Grace, Our Old Fella, here's Lucky Grey. He's starting to storm down the outside. He's back to Grey. Lucky Grey quickly descends upon them, races to the lead. Down the outside, rattling home is Luke's Luck. God Has Spoken, Our Old Fella, but Lucky Grey back in devastating style wins the Lustia. It's Lucky Grey, tight for the minors. God Has Spoken, or Luke's Luck with Our Old Fella the middle from Mabel Grace. A good battling run. West River Kevy Don, he felt the pinch late from Ballora, then Zesta. King Saul finished well back, and with him towards the tail, the stayer Lord's Ransom. Well, Lucky Grey has come from the rear of the field and flooded down the outside. It was like the eruption. The Grey of old, after his unplaced Caulfield runs back there in the early part of the spring, returning here to his hometown track. And gee, that's a win and a half. Great performance by Lucky Grey, the reigning Railway Stakes winner. Number 2's run second in the 3-way photo. God Has Spoken. 10, Luke's Luck. He came from back with Lucky Grey, flooding down the outside, and he's nabbed third right on the post in front of 6, Our Old Fella.